students, welcome to Zeus learning tutorial. I am your biology mentor. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed about the first chapter, the fundamental unit of life. I hope you remember all the points. Can you say what is meant by fundamental unit of life? Yes, it is nothing but the cell. Every living organism is made up of cell, so cell is known as the fundamental unit of life. Okay, we have also discussed about the structure of a cell. A cell has three parts. An outermost membrane is called plasma membrane, and inner to that cytoplasm, and the innermost most important part is nucleus. So hope you remember all the points. Now let us move on to the next part of the cell, that is cell organelles. You know what is called organelles? Organelles are the parts or the structures present in the cell and they do specific functions. So important cell organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes and mitochondria. All these are the common organelles present in the plant cell as well as in the animal cell. Okay, let us learn one by one. The first one is endoplasmic reticulum. Look at the diagram here. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membrane bound tube-like structures present in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, and endoplasmic reticulum is of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum with ribosome on it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum without ribosome is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is the site of protein synthesis. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the site of lipid synthesis. Some of these proteins and lipids are function like the building blocks of cell membrane. So this process is called as membrane biogenesis. Okay. Now let us know what are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum serve as a channel for transporting materials, especially proteins within the cell from one region to other regions of the cell. Okay. It also functions like a cytoplasmic framework for biochemical activities of the cell. In some of the vertebrates, in the liver cells, the endoplasmic reticulum play an important role like detoxifying poisons and drugs. So endoplasmic reticulum is one of the most important organella in a cell. The next important organella is Golgi apparatus. In the year 1898, an Italian scientist, Camillo Golgi, observed Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex first time in the cell. So Golgi apparatus is a membrane bound vesicles arranged one after another in a stalk called cisternae. Okay. So sometimes Golgi apparatus or the Golgi complex is a continuous structure with endoplasmic reticulum. The next part of the organella is lysosomes. Look at the diagram here. Lysosomes are membrane bound structure filled with a digestive enzyme. These digestive enzymes are breaking down all the organic materials in the cell. Okay. So let us know the functions of lysosomes. Lysosomes are known as waste disposal system of the cell because it helps to clean up the cell by digesting all the foreign materials like bacteria, viruses and food particles, as well as when there is a worn out and dead cells, it digests all these and cleans the cell. So lysosomes are known as waste disposal system of the cell. And it also functions like suicidal bag of the cell. Do you know why do we call it a suicidal bag? Yes, because whenever the cell is damaged, the lysosome releases the enzymes and the enzymes digest their own cell. So lysosomes are known as the suicidal bag of the cell. Okay. Let us move on to the next part, that is mitochondria. Mitochondria is very tiny structures, can be seen only through electron microscope. Okay, and mitochondria is also a double membranous structure having an inner membrane and an outer membrane. The inner membrane is folded to form a structure called cristae, and the inner compartment is called as matrix. And what are the functions of mitochondria? Do you have any idea? Okay, let me explain. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Do you know what is powerhouse? Usually powerhouse means it produces energy. So here also mitochondria is a structure which produces energy. You know how do they produce energy? Yes. Mitochondria is the site where the respiration takes place. Respiration is nothing but oxidation of food. During the oxidation of food, the energy is releases in the mitochondria, and this energy is stored in a molecule known as ATP molecule. ATP is nothing but adenosine triphosphate. So whenever the energy is required by the cell, the energy is released by ATP molecule. So ATP molecule is known as energy currency of the cell. Okay. So ATP molecules are very, very important as they release the energy for all the activities of the cell. Mitochondria is also very important as it has own DNA and ribosomes. As they have their own DNA and ribosomes, they are able to synthesize their own proteins. Okay. So these are the common cell organelles present in plant cell as well as in animal cells. Now let us learn about some particular organella which are present only in plant cells. As we have already discussed about this in the previous class, the differences between plant cells and animal cells. There you have studied the major organelles which are present only in the plant cells. So let us discuss about those organelles which are present only in the plant cells. The first one is cell wall. Outer to the plant cell, there is a thick, tough covering that is called as cell wall. Okay, the cell wall protect the cell as well as it give mechanical strength to the cell as well as to the total plant body. The cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. Okay, so it protects the cell by giving mechanical support. The next organella which is present only in plant cell is plastids. There are different types of plastids. You know, plastids give different colors to the plant body. So plastids are disc-shaped structures. Look at the diagram here. They are disc-shaped structures having a membrane outside, and it is filled with a fluid inside. And plastids are of three types. Based on the pigments present in them, plastids are divided into three types: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. If the plastid has a green coloring pigment, it is known as chloroplast. You can see most of the parts of the plants like leaves and stem is green in color due to the presence of chloroplast. So plastids with orange or red coloring pigment is called as chromoplast. Best example for chromoplast, flowers and fruits. You can see different colors of flowers and fruits in plants. So that is due to the presence of chromoplast. The third type of plastid is called as leucoplast. The word leuco means white, colorless. So the plastids without color is called as leucoplast. So leucoplast you can find in plant parts like fruits and flowers. White coloring fruits and white color flowers are due to the presence of leucoplasts. Another important organella present in the plant cell is vacuoles. Vacuoles are fluid-filled bag-like structures. Inside the bag, there are liquids or fluid materials. Okay. In the case of plant cells, vacuoles are large in size. In the case of animal cells, there are small vacuoles. So vacuoles contain the substances such as sugars, amino acids, proteins, and even organic materials, etc. In the case of unicellular organisms, vacuoles store food. Then they are called as food vacuoles. Look at the diagram here. You can see the diagram of amoeba. In the amoeba, you can see food vacuoles. Whereas some of the other unicellular organisms, the vacuole function like waste disposal. They store the waste materials and they expel the waste materials. Even they store excess water and expel through the vacuoles. So all these structures, all these organelles present only in the plant cells. These are absent in the animal cells. Hope you understood all the points. Okay, see you in the next class with some other interesting topics.